Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Cooking with Tim. Boy, do I have an extra special episode for you tonight because I'm going to be making one of my absolute favorite recipes, lasagna soup. This recipe's been in our family for over 1,200 years, passed down from our ancestors that migrated here from Germany and Ireland. So come to think about it, I don't really know how authentic it really is. Ciao Bella, let's get going guys. One thing I like about this recipe, it's super easy, just like you are.
Got it!
This is just a single pan recipe. It's one of the things I like about it the most. So first thing we're going to do is in a separate pan, we're going to get some water boiling. Now we have our water on high heat. We're going to put some salt in it. I'm not going to hold your hand every step of the way, guys. Okay, in our main pot, put it on high heat. A little splash of olive oil in here. Now we're going to take our freshly chopped onions. I'm going to do about half this bag. You know why? Because that's all I had left. Now we're going to be taking our freshly chopped garlic. I like to put a little bit, about that much. If you're interested in getting any of these measuring utensils I use, I got this at Winco, and it comes in a 48 pack, and they're about $1. Ciao Bella, bellissimo. Doesn't that look delicious? We're not going to cook this for too long, because we are also going to be browning the Italian sausage. Escusi. Reminds me of this movie I watched. This girl ordered a pizza with Italian sausage. Anyways, the delivery driver shows up, and then he opens the pizza box, and there's a hole cut in the bottom of it. Anyways, it was a weird movie. Write down in the comments if you've seen that movie too. I like to use this time to reflect on my life and the decisions and choices I've made. And all those choices have culminated into this very moment right now. If I would have applied myself in school, I'd probably be like a doctor or a dentist, maybe like an oral surgeon or something. But no, here I am making YouTube videos of recipes that my grandma made, Maybe I just make these videos to fill the void that is my life. Anyways, we're getting a little too deep. During this time, I like to open all the cans of stuff I'm going to be using. And for this recipe, we're going to be using black olives, sliced, Cento tomatoes. I like to use petite diced tomatoes, but I like the Cento brand. It's authentic Italian. They truck this stuff in right from Italy. 1 can of tomato paste, a small can. This one has basil, garlic, and oregano in it already. So, little secret flavoring there. If you'd like to find my can opener, it's never in the place where people put it last. Well, thank God we found it. Oh, better make sure to stir this. We don't want to burn the meat. No pressure, guys. Just don't fuck up. We want all these cans open because as soon as this is browned, we got to go bang, bang, bang. We got to just go time. We don't have time to mess around. Right now, we got plenty of time to mess around. Make sure to drain your olives, guys. Look, I'm not stressing out or anything, but the water is boiling. We got to get these shells in right now. Okay? So I use medium shells for this. You can use other fun pasta shapes if you're so inclined. Look, I don't care what you do, okay? I use shells. I'm going to use about half this box. We're going to read the instructions and set the timer for when the noodles will be ready. We're actually not going to do that because we're not giant nerds. We're going to cook these noodles and then taste one, and then when it's ready to our liking, we'll take the heat off and strain them, okay? But do you want to set your timer? I am going to judge you, honestly. So I like to break it down a little bit because you don't want to end up with one big old Italian sausage right in the middle of your soup. That's how it was in that video I watched. Trust me guys, you don't want that sausage. Or maybe you do. There's no judgment if you do, okay? This is a judgment-free zone, guys. But I will judge you if you set your timer for those noodles. Sausage is brown. I'm going to drain off a little of this fat. You don't have to, but if you want heart disease, that's up to you. This next part we got to work fast. Time to add our can of tomatoes. Once you add your can of tomatoes, you're going to fill this up with water 3 times, add it to the pan. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now that we've stirred this and made a gigantic mess, we're going to add our tomato paste. I used a whole can. It's time for our seasonings. About 1 pinch of salt. We're going to add some chicken bouillon, about 1 sprig of chicken bouillon. Okay, we're going to try and stir this without making a gigantic mess. Add my olives. My grandma, on her deathbed, told me to keep this one a secret. She said, Tim, whatever you do, never let them know what the secret ingredient for the lasagna soup is. So sorry, guys, I can't let you know what this one is. Well, a little bit of red pepper flakes, depending how spicy you like it. You can also use spicy Italian sausage. A little bit of zest to liven things up a little bit. I'm going to stir these noodles around, make sure they don't stick. Now, we're just going to wait for things to boil. Could probably edit this part out, but you know what? We're just going to use this time to make some small talk. How about this weather, right? I know it's the middle of June and it's cold and windy out today. Who are you guys gonna vote for? How's work? How are the kids? Oh, that's great. Yeah, I just love making small talk. That's one of the things I miss most about being in the office, is just making that good old-fashioned water cooler small talk. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, this guy is his whole channel's a joke. Everything's a joke. He doesn't take life serious. This is probably terrible. I'm telling you guys, you will be pleasantly surprised with how easy this is, just like you are, and how good it is. Write this all off as one big joke. Maybe you could open your mind a little bit and give this a try. We have one more ingredient to add to our soup base, but we're not going to add that yet. That's the heavy cream. I like to put that in last. I'm going to let this boil for a minute, and then we're going to taste the broth and just decide at that point, is there anything that needs to be added, or is it absolutely perfect like it is every single time I make it? But we're not there yet, are we? Time to taste one of these noodles, though. And they're done. So I'm going to strain these noodles, but we're not going to put them in the broth just yet. Do you guys need me to record that, or do you know how to strain noodles? Come on, I'm not going to hold your hand, unless you guys want to hold hands. You can see here I have about a bushel of noodles. I like to make more noodles than I'm probably going to need because I eyeball how many noodles I put in the broth. If you want more noodles in your broth, then make more noodles. If you want less, then make less. It's not rocket science. We're going to taste the broth, see if we need to make any adjustments. Ciao Bella. You don't want to use too much heavy cream because a little bit goes a long way. That stuff is absolutely packed with calories. So we're going to put a little bit of heavy cream in here just until I like the color of the broth. I used regular whipping cream once and it was not very good. I don't recommend it. Put a couple dashes of heavy cream in here and then stir it up. See, it lightens it up, gives it that nice orange texture. Ooh, there we go. Now it's time to add our noodles. So let's just stir in some noodles here. I don't want it too heavy on the noodles because it'll soak up all the broth. Ta-da! There we have it. Now it's time to make a plate and to make an overly dramatic scene where I taste it and act like all my problems in life have gone away. I like to add a scoop of this on top. And honest to God, God's honest truth, I've tried multiple different brands of this ricotta cheese, and this cheapo stuff I get at Walmart, as long as it's the whole milk, the red container, is my favorite. Look at these bad boys. Now these are my top shelf plastic bowls, and once you eat anything tomato-based in these, they will be permanently stained red. There we go. Every time I have this, it reminds me of my sweet grandmother. No one told me it was loaded. Extra special shout out to our sponsor of today's video, which is Great Value. Next time you go to Walmart, I want you to use my coupon code. It's exclusive to the self-checkout lane. So what you do, you grab it, and instead of scanning it, what you do is you put it right into your bag. And then when you walk out, make sure that it's on the bottom of the bag and they don't see it when they're looking at your receipt. So that's coupon code TIM100 for 100% off of Great Value products at the self-checkout lane in Walmart. Don't forget, guys. We'll see you around, all right, fool?